Greetings gamers, and welcome to part 7 of my Let's Play Fire Emblem 9 Path of Radiance. And in today's episode, I am going to be moving us forward through the story as we approach ever closer to Gallia. Hold it right there, everyone. We're coming to the edge of the forest. Form up, combat positions. I don't suppose our Daean pursuers were willing to let us just slip away. There is no doubt that they will attack again. Without knowing their numbers, it is difficult to advise a course of action. Take your best guess, Soren. With the limited information we have, what is the best way to proceed? Some of our group cannot fight. If we are caught, we'll have a difficult time defending them and attacking the Daeans. I suppose we separate into two groups, a small fighting force to engage the enemy and buy the main group some time. And the rest of us, who will escort the princess to Gallia at full speed. You want to divide our combat strength. The main force aside, don't you think the risk to the smaller group is too high? I believe this is the only way to achieve our goal, and keep casualties to a minimum. It's possible there's an ambush waiting for us at the edge of the forest. If we proceed with no plan, we may be caught between the pursuit and the ambush, which would be the end of us all. Looks like we've no choice but to give it a go. Alright, let's split up. The diversionary team will be Gatri, Shinan, and me. The rest of you will guard Princess Alencia and proceed to Gallia straight away. Got it? Are you sure you're taking enough men? Idiot pup. Small numbers mean better mobility. Your time would be better spent worrying about yourself than about us. Listen up. This will probably prove to be the biggest fight this company's faced. Remember, you've got only one life. I don't want any of you dying on me. In times like these, it matters not what our blood ties are. We are family. If you don't want to cause your family any grief, then live. Ike will be commanding the main force. Titania, you're his support. Alright, let's move out. See you all in Gallia. Gallia border. So they're waiting for us after all. There are more of them than I'd imagined there would be. I thought they would have been spread out across the forest border. I didn't expect to see so many in one place. Do we rethink our strategy? No, we're already split up. It's too late to reconsider now. Isn't there some way we can at least get the princess, Mist, and Rolf to the far shore safely? There are two bridges. This thicket extends to the edge of the westernmost bridge. If we can use the trees as cover, we might be able to reach the bridge undetected. From there, we can launch a surprise attack. We'll be creating a diversion, right? Correct. While we keep the enemy's attention, the princess and the others can cross the bridge to safety. We've no time for a discussion. That's the plan we go with. My lord Ike, I will fight with you. No, you won't. My lord? I cannot let you expose yourself to danger of any kind. Everyone here is risking his life to ensure your safety. If you understand that, you'll cooperate and do as I ask. I see. I will do my part. It's settled then. Right. Let's break through their lines. Mist, Rolf, take care of the princess. Do not let yourselves be seen. Right. Be careful, everyone. Leave it to us, Ike. We'll just pretend it's a game of hide and seek, and I never lose at hide and seek. Everyone ready? Let's go. Alright, so choosing units. You actually don't get the option of seeing the other of your units, so if you had any items that you did not want on certain of your units at the last couple of chapters, you might want to have dealt with that beforehand. Alright, so let's go ahead and give over Titania that main steel axe there. We are holding a lot of weapons, actually. Which makes me wonder. Reposition view map. There are not really many armor knights on the right or left side. I suppose I could put the hammer on Boyd, but the problem is, and this is just something that will become very well evident if you look at its weight. It has 20 weight. So yes, it has 20 might because of its effectiveness, double. if you don't hit, he's most likely getting doubled by that guy. So I can try it, but we also have the Regal Sword as well as magic to contend with. For my strategy, what I like to do is I like to send everybody to the left through the thicket, and I like to send Titania through the right so we don't get sandwiched. This is kind of a difficult task. Let's see. Short spear. You have to be careful of items. I think Titania is only going to get one, yes, only one weapon on this side is droppable, so she only needs one space open for that. So that's perfect. We can move all of you. And I think that positioning is fine. It should be fine at the very least. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and save. All right, and let's fight. Ike, move down. Titania, you're going to go probably right here is fine. This is a very interesting chapter. I'm actually a huge fan of this style of... Alright, let's push you. No, that's not worth... I'm actually a huge fan of this style of gameplay. The ability to do stealth. Now, of course, it doesn't work in every chapter, so there are times where it's just not necessary, to say the least. But it is cool when it is well implemented. So, of course, this is also going to add a few turns to my turn count, which is, you know, its own little myriad of issue. But it won't be much longer before I start the attack. Alright, I think this will be the last turn. I have my units doing these movements. Even though Oscar just moved out of the thicket in order to go back into the thicket, the enemies still don't notice, which is funny, but also just kind of needful for what this game is trying to do right now, which is give us a stealth chapter. Alright, Wind. You might be utterly pathetic as a tome, but it is nice to have a little bit of extra chip damage. Yeah. This is the only one we can attack with him, unfortunately. Would have been nice if he was doing enough damage to deal with them, but oh well, what can you do, right? Banking on this is not great. Let me just be real here. So, do I want Ike to do it? See, frankly, I want to attack the Steelbow user, but there is nothing that Boyd is going to do here. Technically, Ike would have a reasonable chance at KOing, but I think I need to deal with... I think I need to... Ike, it looks like you're going to be the one doing this. Isn't that the case? Alright, let's see how much damage you are doing. 15 attack. Okay, there's two ranged attackers here, so I have to be very careful about this. Can't allow both to attack Soren. And with that, Titania is... I do believe... Yeah, a couple of these guys, 2 of them have range, to be exact. So what I'm going to do is attack and KO you. Now, Titania still has her elixir, which is very needful for this chapter, and particularly with my strategy of her going to the right. We've spotted the mercenaries. You there, inform General Petrine at once. Request that she gather the troops. Yes, sir. Now, this is just what I was figuring would happen. I'm going to have to heal up Soren. Yeah, that's kind of very saddening that Soren did not attack twice there. Considering that guy was most likely weighed down by his steel bow. Alright. Yeah, and again, this is one of the reasons why it stinks not having a ranged option open to Titania at this moment, but I have to get rid of the Steel Lance users, and I think that's more important, because if I were to have... Now, granted, if I had known which units were going to attack first, it probably would have just been better to equip the hand axe. Then again, she only has 4 uses of the hand axe left, so... Yep, and these guys are moving. That should be the poleaxe user. Okay, he missed. Nice, nice, very nice. So now I have a little bit of a conundrum here, which is dealing with all of these guys. No, that's not what I meant to do there. So, 15 damage again. 12 damage. I think it's for the best to vulnerary up with Soren. Heal up Oscar. And also heal up Boyd. Got to take a little bit of a defensive tack here. Nice. So move there. Nice. We'll take out the mage first. It seems kind of silly to split up your forces here because Titania would be able to help the other units, but I've played this chapter before in such a way that I didn't split them up, and what happened was my units were sandwiched. And Titania can't KO everybody by herself. It's just not possible. Now that's unfortunate, but that's just bad placement. Oh well. Nice dodge. Yeah, Boyd is being pummeled, and because of how bad he is when it comes to tanking in the early game, it's kind of a difficult task having him out in the front like this. But you have to do what you got to do. This is just a consequence of my positioning and my personal strategy here. And I was expecting you were going to miss. Alright, so she only has to deal with a wind mage over here. Would be nice to get rid of you. Nice. Titania is taking care of all of these enemies. Much appreciated. So, Iron Sword. That's also cool. What I'm gonna do here... it's not exactly strange that that Oscar isn't doing any damage. Very nice. Boy, take out you. Now this is going to be a little bit dangerous, but only one enemy is going to be able to attack Rise, and none of them should be able to just KO him outright, because they're just not doing enough damage. What's this? They're not bad. Let's go, men. Hit those mercenary scum with everything you have. Yeah, healers, like priests, are not weighed down at all, because they only have staves equipped, and they're not actually equipped like they would be in Radiant Dawn. So because of that, there is no weighing down. Nice. Things are working out a little bit better than I was expecting. Okay, so this, of course, isn't really that great. Because of the positioning, it's... Void should have probably been moved. And a vulnerary. Definitely want to make sure you don't actually use up that speed wing. Good job, Titania. Good job. And that is my turn. Ooh, kind of a lot of damage. Of course. Of course. Oh, well. I will be right back. And I am back after much fighting and defeating these enemies. Let's go ahead and throw a hand axe your way. It'll spend the rest of this hand axe, but that doesn't matter so much because I am going to be getting a new ranged weapon for Titania to use. Actually, this chapter. Let's throw some wind your way. These guys have been a nuisance. I had to restart twice. Okay. How much damage are you doing? 15? Not enough. Only doing 8. So even with that, yeah, still not enough. I'm gonna have to hit you here. And look at the hit rates here. It's not that great. I guess really doesn't matter. I need to take out that other healer this next turn, as he's about to become an issue.
What's this? They're not half bad. Let's go, men. Hit those mercenary scum with everything you have.
And of course, Titania is going to be taking care of the boss. I might give some of that experience points to somebody else. However, it would be very advantageous for Titania to get the weapon, which is not that big a deal. I could definitely manage it onto her later if I wanted. Pretty decent level up. Not the best, but nowhere near the worst. Okay, so I have just these two yahoos left. Not enough damage. I'm telling you what, Soren is... He does such pitiful damage. It's kind of a shame. Okay, 8 damage. That's enough for you. Finished off. Thank you. Magic and speed. What you need. You'd think I'd be spamming the steel axe, especially with how few uses it has left, but because of how pathetic Boyd's strength and speed is right now, he's getting weighed down like something fierce. Still 7 points right now. That's disturbing. Alright, rise. Again, have to be careful not to use those stat boosters on a guy I'm definitely not keeping. Okay, Titania, I guess you can start taking out these fiends over here. I do have the steel axe I could use a little bit of. I have to be kind of... you know what? I'm going to use the pole axe here. Sounds kind of silly, but... effective damage isn't all that great, and I don't particularly need the weapon, so... Attacked again. Yeah, this chapter shows some, I wouldn't say flaws necessarily, but shows some definite weaknesses of your starting party on difficult mode. And that is because just not doing enough damage to deal with it. I mean, literally, no joke. All of these units over here that were to the left are doing less work combined than Titania is doing by herself. And you'd say, well, yes, that's true. She's a Jagan, but it's part of the reason why people don't necessarily like Titania's archetype, because she's not really a Jagan. She's super overpowered for pretty much the majority of the game. She's a fantastic unit, which isn't a bad thing. I actually personally love having units like her still be useful, but the problem is that she's just so powerful. Only 4 damage. It's actually enough to allow me to finish him off.
Try me. I'll not let even a single soldier get past.
Yeah. Would be nice if she was doubling with the poleaxe, because then it would be 2 less uses wasted on the steel axe, but I can still use the poleaxe for pretty much the same uses I would use the steel axe for, so that's good.
Oh, my life ends here, but though you are flee to Gallia, you will fall to Daen.
actually don't think so, buddy. And everybody is going to be escaping. So I do believe there are a few escape chapters in this game. I am only going to be voicing the lines of the units this chapter. Ike, I'm going ahead. I'll keep the road secure.
I'm going to ride ahead, Ike. I want to see if there are more enemy units ahead. Are you sure you don't need me to stay behind and watch your back?
No, Boyd. I think Radiance could do more damage with an axe than you could. I don't like it, but I'll follow your orders and go ahead. But Ike, watch yourself. I wonder if I should really go on ahead. You better hurry, Ike. And you can see the reason why I'm not going to be voicing these anymore. Time to get out of here. It's just nonchalant, casual talk. It means nothing. I don't know how, but we made it.
Brother. My Lord Ike.
Mist, Princess, Rolf, are you well?
Yep, we're fine. Is this Gallia? We made it, didn't we? We're safe now, right? I thought I would feel different, but I don't. This is all due to your efforts, thank you.
Princess Alencia. It's still too early to rest easy. The others haven't rejoined us yet.
Ah. We are talking about the commander. I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Father, Shinon, Gatry. Princess Alencia, I'm afraid we're going to have to part ways here.
What do you mean?
We're going back to aid our companions. So I want you to continue with Mist to the royal palace of Gallia.
What? No, Ike. I'm going to stay with you.
Listen to me, Mist. We must do it this way so that everyone gets out of here alive. Father and I will catch up to you right away. Don't worry. Have Father or I ever broken a promise to you?
Well, no. All right, then. We'll go ahead. Thank you, Mist.
We'll see you soon.
All right. Titania, please take care of my brother, promise.
You have my word on it.
Oscar, Boyd, don't get killed out there, all right?
Rolf.
Knock it off, both of you. We're gonna be fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen while I'm around.
Pardon, my Lord Rice.
Yes?
Take this with you, please.
This is the men's staff, isn't it? Are you sure this is all right?
Every one of you is putting yourself in harm's way on my account. I only hope that staff can mitigate your risk even slightly.
That's kind of a shame. I'm gonna have to throw something away, and it's gonna be an iron sword. I had forgotten exactly when that Alencia was going to be giving me that men's staff, and I should have remembered it was after this chapter, particularly because the game is like, well, you know what, you're starting to deal with more and more threats. How about we throw you a little bit more healing? Thank you very much. This will help greatly. I will use it to aid the others in your name.
Thank you. Please be careful.
If you'll excuse me.
Oh, benevolent Ashira, grant them all your blessings. All right, we're going now.
Good luck. Watch your step and be careful.
We'll see all of you again. I'm sure of it. I know you will be safe.
Let's get moving. Where to, Soren? We go east on the road we used before. Let's find the commander before the enemy reinforcements show up. And of course, I'm going to save. Chapter 7, Shades of Evil. They're not here either. Ike, pursuing them any further may be dangerous. I think it would be best if we return to Gallia for now. It's possible the commander may have followed another road into Gallia. It's something we should consider. You're right. Getting killed looking for them would waste everything they accomplished by breaking away. I guess all we can do is trust that they're well and withdraw.
Ike, there's a fort over there. Just now, for a moment only, I thought I saw someone. Shall we investigate?
What? Really? Yes, let's go take a look. Fort Maritain. It seems as though this place has been abandoned for a long time.
There's no one here. I could have sworn I saw a silhouette, but I guess it was a trick of light.
Let's take a quick look around. If we don't find anything here, we'll head back to Gallia.
Very well.
Here they are! I found the Crimean mercenaries! Surround them! Curses! Daean troops! Yes, curses, very much. But before I continue on with this episode, I think this is a perfect opportunity for me to bid my farewells. I want to thank you for joining me. If you like my content, please upvote and follow, or like and subscribe depending on your platform. And while you're at it, have a great and glorious day gaming.